In this video, you're going to learn how to use text boxes in Google Docs in order to put headings and text into a Google Doc. In slides, you know how to do that, but in Google Docs, it's actually a little different. So we'll learn how to add a text box and then how to format a text box. Both are really important. So you've taken a look at your inspiration brochures. Take a look. All of these are in little text boxes. The headings would be different from the text. The pictures would be different from the text also. Sometimes you see little art things or maps. So all of these are going to be separate things that you can move around your brochure. Hopefully you have a good plan and you have an idea of where you're going to put everything, and you're going to use this constantly as you start to build your brochure in Google Docs. So here's my document that I've set up. Notice that orientation is correct and the margins are really skinny. In a normal document, you would just start typing, but because we're doing 3 columns, it's really difficult to keep track of all that. So every single thing we're going to put on this document is going to be in a text box so we could move it around in case we change our mind. So the first thing we're going to learn is how to insert a text box for a heading and then a text box for text. So we're going to click Insert, and there's no text box here. So it actually is under Drawing. So even though you're not doing a drawing, you're going to click Insert Drawing. And right here is your text box. So I'm going to click Text Box. And I'm going to draw it sort of how I think it's going to be. So it's a heading, so I'm going to make it about that. And I'll put my heading in. Now here you can format exactly how you want it to be. If you click off it right now, it's just going to look like text. But I actually want to format it in a nice way. So I'm going to click on it. I don't really want an outline. The little pen is if you want an outline of the text box. So I think I'll skip that. But I might want the inside of the text box to be a certain color. So I'm going to make it a really light color. And so right now it's going to be blue, but I'm going to change the writing color as well. So I'm going to highlight the writing. I'm going to change the font. These dots means more. So I'm going to change the size of it. Oh, that's a little too big. I'm going to center it, and I'm going to change the color. So I think I'm going to make it red just for the fun of it. I'm going to make it bold also. Might have to make my text box a bit bigger. There. So I like that. I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to click Save and Close. So that pops it right into your brochure. And what you want to do is, if you ever want to edit, you can just edit it right here. And we want to wrap text because things are going to go around it and all over it. So we want that. It's a little big right now. Remember, if you're doing a trifold, you need 3 columns. So your columns are going to be probably at 3.5 and at 7. So we're going to align this up to about 3.5, a little bit more. There. So I think that's a good heading for my first one. And now I need a text box with all my text. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Insert Drawing, because that's where my text boxes are. Click here. It's going to be a little bit of a different shape because I have a lot of text. And again, you're going to do the same thing. Do you want an outline? This time I'll put an outline, and I'll make it dark blue. I'm going to put an inside also, and maybe I'll make that a little lighter blue, and I might do my writing, which now is hard to see. I might do my writing in white. So again, this is more, and I could do my writing in white, and I can change the font and everything I want here. So everything I want, I would type in here. I'm going to get rid of the black writing. And I'm just going to add more text. Great. And if I want my text box to be smaller, I can just make it a little smaller. If I feel good about it, I click Save and Close, and it pops it in here. Now I want it underneath here. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to click Text Wrap, and this is why you click Text Wrap, is because if you click off it, you then can move it under here. I also need it to fit the column, or maybe I don't. Maybe you're going to put something else here, but for now I want it to fit the column. So I'll put it there. I can always, if the text is too big, click Edit and make the text smaller. So right now I have two text boxes, one with text, one with a heading, and now I'll just do that for every single section of my brochure. Make sure that you do wrap text so you could move things around. If you ever want to edit it, you just click on it and click Edit. So hopefully you learned how to add a text box and how to format a text box and the text in it.